Good morning. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Perfect peace be with you. I remixed some songs from earlier this week that we're going to play today. We're going to play What He Really Said and Omni Vibes. Those are going to be our first two songs of the day, and then we will research some more. And I do apologize for yesterday's audio interference. We're trying to get these technical difficulties worked out with the sounds for the reading of the Quran and the Zoroastrianism the Afrinigan service, which is the daily blessing. So we will try to work around that today and see what we can get in. First, we're going to have our music, though. And go. Yeah. Flip the tables in the church, money changes running. Said I'm making heaven earth, not the ones who's stunning. Camels throwing arrows out, the rich stay bluffing, hoarding all the treasure, hearts full of nothing. Blessed are the race makers, not the war machines, not the Pharisees scheming in their holy routines. Bread for the hungry, wine for the masses, not a kingdom of gold, but love that surpasses. What he really said, it ain't what they talk. Not the greed, not the hate, not the battle's fall. Turn the other cheek, break the chains instead. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. What he really said, it ain't what they talk. Not the greed, not the hate, not the battle's fall. Open up the cheek, break the chains instead. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. Feet in the dust, sandals worn to the thread. Walking in the outcast, raising the dead. He said forgive them, even when it's tough. Said love your enemies, this world's corrupt. Stones for the sinner, who among is clean? He drew in the dirt, exposed the unseen. Parables for the people, truths in the sky. So plant good seeds, let the harvest rise. It ain't what they talk, not the greed, not the hate, not the battle's fall. Turn the other cheek, break the chains instead. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. What he really said, it ain't what they talk, not the greed, not the hate, not the battle's fall. Turn the other cheek, break the chains instead. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. That's what Jesus really said. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. That's what Jesus really said. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. That's what Jesus really said. Open up your heart, that's what Jesus really said. All right, now I like this version better or this one. I think I like this one better. Pantheon of thought. I roam the halls, every god in the galaxy. Answer the call. Buddha whispers, Krishna hums. Christ got a parable, Moses with the drums. I don't pick sides, I'm a bridge in the storm. Faith intertwine, every thread keep me warm. From pyramids to pagodas, I see the same glow. Wisdom's a river, every stream's gotta flow. All past one truth, I stand in the middle. Every riddle's got a clue, I play the fiddle. Omnism's the vision, I open my mind. No walls, no limits, the divines intertwine. Goes unraveled, the ink tells the tale. Prophets with the mic, their voices never stale. Hymns from the east, chants from the west. I meditate in the chaos, my soul's at rest. Kaleidoscope beliefs, colors collide. Spectrum of spirit, no need to divide. Prayers from the mosque, bells from the shrine. Every word a jewel, every chant a sign. Judge the shape of the infinite. Labels just cages. I'm done with the counterfeit. Tapestry woven with threads of the stars. Omnism's the compass, erasing the scars. Scrolls unraveled, the ink tells the tale. Prophets with the mic, the voices never stale. Hymns from the east, chants from the west. Meditating in chaos, my soul's at rest. That's one truth, stand in the middle. Every riddle's got a clue, I play the fiddle. Omniscience of vision, open my mind. No walls, no limits, with the lines intertwined. Scrolls unravel, the ink tells the tale. Prophets with the mic, their voices never stale. Hymns from the east, chants from the west. I meditate in the chaos, my soul's at rest. Kaleidoscope beliefs, colors collide. Specks from the spirit, no need to divide. Prayers from the lost, petals from the shrine. Every word a jewel, every chant a sign. Unraveled, the ink tells the tale. Labels just cages. I'm done with the counterfeit. A tapestry woven with threads of the stars. Omnism's the compass, erasing the scars. Can't really see your hands, but I guess I want to say a show of hands for anybody who has been scarred by these mainstream religions. Told you can't be this way because this book says so. Or even hurt by somebody in the church, physically, mentally, emotionally. That's what it's saying. Omnism, we're erasing the scars. The scars that say, oh, because you believe differently than I, then you must not be a child of God. I recently, if you follow me on any of my social media platforms, I recently posted a quote. I'm going to read it to you right now. It says, God won't ask what religion you followed. He'll ask how you treated those who didn't follow yours. Religion, again, it is a man-made construct, people. God didn't create religion. He created a relationship with us. He walked this earth with us. And when we would not listen, kind of like how sometimes our children don't listen, then we walked away. So he had to walk with us in spirit instead. So let's share this screen now with you all. Also share system. We're going to try that today. Also share system audio. We'll see how it works out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat the system for a second today. I'm going to put this earphone in and I am going to check out the stream. Make sure it is going well. The audio is good for right now. Okay, that's just going to be weird for me if I'm listening. Oh, and what? I need to change the tag on Facebook. I'm not unboxing a published book right now, though. If you guys are interested, yes, I am a published author right now. I have a book of poetry out. I'm working on a book of short stories to come out soon. And then after that is going to be The Temporal Glitch, living inside the mind of a psychological survivor. Messages come through. What is up? So, our thought for the day is thy desire is thy prayer. And if thy desire is something, is. Blah, blah, blah. I read this a moment ago, and all I could think of is what Jesus told the disciples to pray without ceasing. Ask and you shall be, believe and you shall receive. Thy desire is thy prayer. And if thy desire is without ceasing, thy prayer will also be without ceasing. The continence of your longing is the continence of your prayer. I once had a physician friend who would gladly discuss electrical power. But harnessing the power of a passion or craving, well, that's not dynamic, that was poetry. Power, he told me sternly, is the capacity to do work. Work is the energy required to move a definite mass, a definite distance. No movement, no work, no power. So we think about this. Jesus said, you can, with the faith of a mustard seed. That's how big a mustard seed is. Can you even see the hole in my hand? I'm trying to show you. There, see it? It's so small. Mustard seed is even smaller than that. And yet it grows a huge plant. They can feed people. They can house birds. They can feed those wild birds. He said, with that kind of faith, you can move mountains. Meaning you can move any obstacle in your path as long as you have faith, even a little bit of faith. From my own experience, I remember being in prison, and I had this little prayer book that my Nana had sent me, and I'd write in it every day. And ever so often, I'd say, God, my faith is failing me. Help me. Give me faith, Lord. And I would hear God's voice in my head say, go back and read these prayers in which you have been writing to me. And every one you ask for faith, my child, you have faith. Do you remember the story of the man in the Bible who said, please forgive me for my lack of faith? And he said, you have more faith than a mustard seed. It's that kind of faith that can move. That kind of work, the dedication. Day or night, I had never seen my friend far from his desk. And late one evening, sorry, I was up late working. Then late one evening, I came out of a movie theater and saw him striding along like an athlete several miles from his office. What got you up from your desk? I asked. You're breaking the habits of a lifetime. Coffee, he muttered. I ran out of coffee. Here, I said. A very definite mass has been propelled at least 3 miles simply by one little desire for a cup of coffee. He got my point. Every deep desire is a prayer. Every desire also contains a certain quantum of energy to grasp the desired goal. We can also put this into, I don't have my book right now, metaphysical concepts such as the secret of the universe. I'm not sure if anybody knows this, but it's the power of manifestation. That's what we're doing. We're the quantum of energy. We're putting that energy out there to get what we want. The same thing with these prayers. Lord, be with me. I know you can be with me. Last night I was watching this, The Chosen, which you can watch on their website. You can put the app on your phone or your TV. It is a wonderful show that puts, so you guys remember the Passion of the Christ movie, well, how it put his life all in one little short movie. Well, this is like, I'm on season 4 right now, and I think there's 5 or 6 seasons. And it's so loud. So last night, it was when the Roman officer came to Jesus and said, I know you can heal my son. He said, I have men under me that I command, go, and they will go. I command them to come, and they will come. I know, Lord. This Roman soldier called Jesus a Lord because he had faith in what he could do. Also in the same episode, Jesus was confronted, or not really confronted, I guess, but two disciples came to him and said, Lord, can we sit on your left and right side? And he said, you don't know what you are asking. And he said that only the Father had this knowledge, meaning that, well, we'll let you put those two together. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a Christian. I am a Christ follower, yes, but I'm following the example he set before us, and that was not to worship him, but to worship the Father who sent him. To set the example, we are all children of God. We are all to live according to the example which was set. That's why that song this morning, this is what he said, was playing. It's because Jesus taught us love and compassion and mercy, not war, hatred, division. There's so many denominations of Christianity in the world. I can only imagine how many different denominations of Jew or Muslim or any other different religion there are. Why? Why are there so much division in these religions? And because each man has its own interpretation of what these books are. These books are supposed to be living words. That means every time you open this book, it is open to interpretation. But you should ask before. In a moment, we're going to do our verse of the day, and we're going to do our daily prayer. But you should always ask for guidance when doing this. All right. We're going to go to the verse of the day, I said. So here we go. It is Thursday, March 26th. For it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for him. True believers won't have money on this earth. They won't be rich. They won't be powerful. True believers will walk as Christ did on this earth, without owning anything, without having a penny in the bank, but fully dependent upon the God that created us. Because if that God can create and take care of the birds in the fields, why am I to doubt or question that God can take care of me? I might not have ever been the richest person in the world. I might not have any money in the bank right now, but I got faith. And that's done a lot for me. It's done a lot more for me than any money has ever done. As you can see, my walls are bare right now that used to have a lot of stuff on them. I'm moving, but I'm also trying to show that, hey, I can live minimalistically. I don't need all this stuff to make me happy. In fact, the happiest I am most days are in the morning period when I wake up and the devil says, oh no, she's awake. I want you to feel that way too. When you wake up in the morning, nothing can hinder you. Oh, I do admit halfway through the day, 3/4 of the way through the day, I do start to get down. But that's when I should, go back to my scriptures, reread them. Maybe hop on here with you guys. Listen to some good music. All right. So this is Philippians 1:29. Thoughts on today's verse are: when we read the book of Acts, which is not what the verse is from, we find the disciples were rejoicing because they had been counted worthy of suffering disgrace for the name. Acts 5:41. Again, we're going to go back to the Chosen episode that I watched last night, which is the calm before. It's in season 4. I think it's episode 3 or 4. Actually, here. It was episode 4. Because tonight I'm watching episode 5. And he said, you will drink from the cup that I am drinking from. And you will suffer the same suffering that I have. But not right now. Right now it is too soon. You would not be able to suffer what I am about to suffer. Since Jesus had already victoriously passed through the horrible ordeal of his crucifixion for us, we should consider it a privilege, not a hardship, to share in his suffering. He led the example even unto death. Even unto death, Christ set the example, meaning he was tortured. So will we. Those who truly follow the path of God will be tortured, will be ridiculed. This morning, I jumped on this ready to stream, and I found a comment from someone saying, hey, I could make you known from here to there. I could promote you. Here's my email. So I emailed them and I said, I would love your advice. I would love to do business with you, but if it has to do with exchanging money, I apologize, but I cannot partake. For you cannot serve both God and Mammon, and give to Caesar what is Caesar's and what is God to God. Well, God never put the burden of finances on his people. Never. He gave them from the earth, from the flock, from the sheep. Money is a man-made construct. Mammon. Money. Mammon. Man. Mon. Money. So, yeah. If anybody ever sees these and wants to promote this business, I will not exchange finances. This is a non-profit organization. I am an ordained minister through the Universal Life Church. And, well, I don't like to flaunt it, and it's taken me a long time to accept it, but I'm also an ordained prophet of God. When God speaks to your family members on your behalf, you know, it's got to be real, right? So the truth of our commitment is often best known for the skeptical when we are under fire. Even Peter, in the days of Christ, denied him at first, just as Christ said he would. He would deny him before the rooster would crow 3 times on the day that Christ was crucified. So let's keep our character when under attack and rejoice, because we've seen in Jesus what happens when God's children are faithful, even at the cost of their own lives. Our prayer. What a precious name you have given to your Son, O Lord, to your children. May it be exalted in all the earth and throughout all the heavens, until every heart knows the message in which Christ gave. May our life bring you glory regardless of comfort or pain, celebration or suffering, strength or weakness, joy or sorrow. In the name of God, Adonai, the creator of the universe, in all your glory, we pray. Amen. Right, so we did thought, we did the verse. Let's open it up to another song before we go into, well, I guess we can do the Quran first. All right, this is where I have to listen to the audio to make sure that you guys hear it. All right, let's go.
فكلوا مما رزقكم الله حلالا طيبا واشكروا نعمة الله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون.
Lovely, that worked today. Okay, I just gotta remember to flick the little switchy on there. All right, so, oh wait, That was yesterday's verse. We're going to have to redo this. Sorry, guys. Refresh.
لا تجعل مع الله إلها آخر فتقعد مذموما مخذولا.
All right, so we're going into Surah 17 or chapter 17. Or proceeding to spiritual history as touching individuals rather than nations. The old prophets and stories of the past are now referred to from this point of view. All right, so chapter 17, verse 23. Except we know that it's always a verse off. So I will read 23 and 22, which is what it really is. All right. Take not with Allah another object of worship, or thou, O man, will sit in disgrace and destitution. Wait, where is that similar to? Oh, wait, the Old Testament? Is it Exodus? When God gave the laws to Moses, it said, put no other God before me. What did this just say? Read that again. Take not with Allah another object of worship. Put no other God before Allah, or you, O man, will sit in disgrace and destitution. So this book right here, the Holy Quran, is saying the exact same thing that this book right here, the Holy Bible, said? No way. Yes way. That is why we are here. I am here to show you that they are all connected, that we are all one thread. Well, many threads in the tapestry of our God. Now I'm going to read verse 23 because that's what it says. And this is the third section of Surah 17. It says, thy Lord hath decreed that you worship none but him. Hey, it goes right from this scripture, actually. And that ye be kind to parents, whether one or both of them attain old age in your life. Wait, honor thy mother and father? Very similar. Say not to them a word of contempt, nor repel them, but address them in terms of honor. So put no other gods before Allah and honor your mother and father. Two same kind of rules that are in the Old Testament in Exodus when Moses was given the law. Interesting little fact there. Love how they connect. And this is not just a one-time thing. Every single day when I come on here and I read these scriptures, I see how they connect. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't go looking for this book. God gave it to me. And it's not just any version of the Holy Quran. This Quran has both the original language and the English language and commentary. I love it. Thank you, Lord. Again, with this Bible, I had my mother's Bible. And yet, when I became a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church and I was baptized, they gave me this Bible, which is a theological Bible put together by the Seventh-day Adventist Church at Andrews University. And again, it has commentary on it. It has studies in it. All of these books I didn't seek. I mean, in a way, I did seek after them because I asked God, please, Lord, help me know you inside out. And God said, all right, here, I'll give you the milk first. And then here, I'll give you some meat as you age. Even in these scriptures, he says, as you are babes, I will give you milk. But as you grow in your faith, I will give you meat. And I have found that, again, all of these scriptures are interwoven. Remember the Tower of Babel, how we sought for more power, We sought to reach the heights of heaven. We thought we could be like God. And God said, not you too. Man. All right, we're just going to have to confuse you a little. Blah, 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 blah. And their tongues became confused and they began to babble at each other. And their one God became Allah, became Yeshua. Again, in the Bible itself, there's over 100 different names for God. My grandmother asked me, well, why do you have to have more? I don't have to have more, but every other culture has their own names for God. Who am I to deny their truth? I'm done with the counterfeits. As the song said this morning, I'm done. There's another song that I want to sing, but I might get copyright struck. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sing it a cappella. I know, scary. But bear with me. It's a good song. What is it? It's from the movie Prince of Egypt. And so if you know anything about the Prince of Egypt, it's the story of Moses, which Moses was actually a type or a prequel example of what Christ would do, saving the people, rescuing them from themselves. There are other similarities. Moses did a 40-day fast. Jesus did a 40-day fast. Moses, as we discussed yesterday, Moses was the first represented priest here after he became the rescuer. So not only was he a deliverer as Christ, but he was a priest that anointed Aaron and his sons to be priests, just as Christ's blood anointed mankind. So we were all able to have this closeness with God. Every single one of you has an opportunity to be a prophet of God. A prophet is only one who speaks the truth. The truth. Not your truth, not your husband's truth, not your friend's truth, but the truth. The truth. All right, so the song that we're going to sing is called Through Heaven's Eyes. Yesterday we sang the song Heaven's Eyes Are Crying. Well, they are, but here this song also is a wonderful example of what through heaven's eyes, we see wonderful things. You can find it and listen to it with me if you want. It's got beautiful music to it too. And this is Moses' father-in-law singing to him, by the way, in the movie. Single thread in a tapestry, though its color brightly shines, can never see its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. And the stone that sits on the very top of the mountain's mighty face, does it think it's more important than the stones that form the base? So how can you say what your life is worth, or where your value lies? You can never see it through the eyes of a man. You must look at your life. Look at your life through heaven's eye. Lake of gold in the desert sand is less than a cool fresh spring, and to one lost sheep a shepherd boy is greater than the richest king. If a man lose everything he owns, has he truly lost his worth? Or is it the beginning of a new and brighter birth? So how do you measure the worth of a man in wealth or strength or size, in how much he gained or how much he gave? The answer will come. The answer will come to him who tries to look at his life through heaven's eyes. And that's why we share all we have with you, though there's little to be found. When all you've got is nothing, there's a lot to go around. No life can escape being blown about by the winds of change and chance. And though you never know all the steps, you must learn to join the dance. You must learn to join the dance. Remember King David dancing in the street with the glory of God flowing through him. He was just so overcome with God, the Spirit of God. He was just dancing in the streets. He didn't care. So how do you judge what a man is worth? By what he builds or buys? You can never see with your eyes on earth. Look through heaven's eyes. Look at your life. Look at your life. Look at your life through heaven's eyes. I get a little enthusiastic sometimes when I'm acapelloing. All right, one other song I want to share with you, but again, I might get copyright struck if I sing it. So, where is it? All right, this one is called "Give Me Your Eyes," and it's by Brandon Heath. And again, I'm gonna have to do it a cappella for you because I don't want to get copyright stricken. And if I do it a cappella, then I shouldn't get copyright stricken. Oh, and I forgot to say my catchphrase yesterday, so I'm going to say it today. Here's your daily dose of elevation. Sorry, I should have said it at the beginning. Level up your spirit one stream at a time. And maybe even one song at a time. Who knows? I don't know what part of these streams catch you, which parts touch your life or touch your spirit. But I want you to know that we are here for you. And we will continue the scriptures in just a moment after this last song. Again, bear with me. My voice might not be the prettiest, but you know what? God says make a joyous noise. He doesn't say you have to be perfect. So let's make a joyous noise. Commercial. You ever, before the song starts, have you ever been at a stoplight and seen that person on the corner holding the sign? And you have that money in your pocket, but you'd rather use it for your own gain? Have you ever watched somebody struggling and just let them struggle? Maybe look at their life through God's eyes instead, or heaven's eyes. That's what this song is about. Look down from a broken sky, traced out by the city lights. My world from a mile high, best seat in the house tonight. Touchdown on a cold black top, hold on for a sudden stop. Breathe in the familiar shock of confusion and chaos. All those people going somewhere. Why have I never cared? Give me your eyes for just 1 second. Give me your eyes so I can see everything that I keep missing. Give me your love for humanity. Give me your arms for the broken-hearted, the ones that are far beyond my reach. Give me your heart for the ones forgotten. Give me your eyes so I can see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Step out on a busy street, see a girl and our eyes meet. Does her best to smile at me, to hide what's underneath. There's a man just to her right, bright suit and a bright red tie. Too ashamed to tell his wife he's out of work, he's buying time. All those people going somewhere. Why have I never cared? Give me your eyes for just 1 second. Give me your eyes so I can see everything that I keep missing. Give me your love for humanity. Give me your arms for the broken-hearted, the ones that are far beyond my reach. Give me your heart for the ones forgotten. Give me your eyes so I can see. Yeah, yeah. Father, give us your eyes, your heart. We've been there a million times, a couple of million lives, just moving past us by, and we never thought when I was wrong. Well, I want a second glance, so give us a second chance to see the way you see the people all along. Give us your eyes for just 1 second. Give us your eyes so we can see everything that we keep missing. Give us your love for humanity. Give us your arms for the broken-hearted, the ones that are far beyond our reach. Give us your heart for the ones forgotten. Give us your eyes so we can see. Give us your eyes, Lord, give us your eyes. Everything that we keep missing. Give us your arms for the broken-hearted. Give us your heart. Oh, give us your eyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, Lord, give us your eyes. Give us your heart. Fill us with your spirit. Lord, there is so much heartache going on this earth right now, and we just ask, we just pray that you touch us. Give us your heart. Give us your eyes. Give us your love. Because we can't do this on our own anymore. So our daily Bhagavad Gita today says the very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivasvana is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? It's the ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme. This ancient relationship that we had with the Supreme Being, with the creator of the universe. We had that connection. And we can have it again. Oh, there was quotes on here today too. Oh, but they're the exact same quotes we read yesterday, so we don't have to read them today. Lovely. Okay. We read that one on the Quran, on the verse of the day. Now we're on to the Torah. Let's refresh. Torah, 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 Torah. Again, we are in Leviticus. Torah, again, is the Jewish culture that we learned yesterday, if you did not know. And this is verses 14 through 21. Again, we are talking about Moses' consecration of Aaron. and the sacrifices that they were doing for the sin offering. I'm not going to read it for word for you because it just repeats itself a lot. So they brought the rams, they brought the offerings, they washed them, they blessed them, they burned them, and he consecrated Aaron and his sons. And that is the wrap up of all those verses. Okay. So then we're going to go over to Psalms 44 through 48. 44 is redemption remembered in present dishonor. This was a contemplation of the sons of Korah. I'm going to read you verse 8. It says, "In God we boast all day long and praise your name forever." We'll start at verse 4. "You are my king, O God. Command victories for Jacob. Through you we will push down our enemies. Through your name we will trample those who rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, nor shall my sword save me. But you have saved us from our enemies and have put to shame those who hated us. In God we boast all day long and praise your name forever." However, it goes into the next verse to say that you have cast us off and put us to shame. God cast them off, put them to shame. God did not go out with their armies. God made them turn back from their enemies and those who hated them and had taken spoils for themselves. Why did God do this? If we remember that not all the time were the Jews following what their God had told them to do. Just like in all these books, God sets out these rules for his people, and if we don't follow them, well, what happens when you don't follow the rules of your parents? You get in trouble, huh? I'm sure plenty of you, if you're adults, you remember when you were a kid, not listening to your parents, staying up later than you should, getting grounded, or even getting whoopings. I know I had some whoopings in my day. I don't know if they did any good or if they just made me worse. I don't know. But our parents disciplined us just as God disciplines his people. Going on to Psalms 45 is the glories of the Messiah and his bride. This is talking about the bride and the bridegroom. This was to the chief musician set to the lilies, a contemplation of the sons of Korah. This is a song of love. It's most likely composed as the love song for the occasion of the wedding ceremony celebrated between King Solomon and his wife, the Egyptian princess, because of many textual allusions to the Song of Solomon. This psalm, Psalm 45, is very reminiscent to the Song of Solomon. So yes, we'll read parts of this. My heart is overflowing with a good theme. I recite my compositions concerning the king. My tongue is the pen of a steady writer. Or could have said a steady reed, because that would, rhyme. Anyway. You are fairer than the sons of men. Grace is poured upon your lips, therefore God has blessed you forever. Very reminiscent of Song of Solomon. Listen, O daughter, consider and incline your ear. Forget your own people also and your father's house, so the king will greatly desire your beauty, because he is your Lord. Worship him. And the daughter of Tyre will come with a gift, and the rich among the people will seek your favor. All right. Then we're going to move on to Psalms 46, because we're reading till Psalms 48 today. God, the refuge of his people and conqueror of the nations. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. I'm just going to read this whole psalm because it's a great one, and it touches on what we discussed today, the suffering in which we will endure as true believers. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She will not be moved. God will help her just at the break of dawn. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes war cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalms 47 is the praise to God, the ruler of the earth. Clap your hands, all you people, shout to the God with the voice of the trumpets, for the Lord Most High is awesome. He is an awesome God. Sorry, I was singing the psalm because they're supposed to be sung. Psalms 48 is the glory of God in Zion. I'm going to read the last verse in that chapter. It says, "For this is God, our God forever and ever. He will be our guide, even to death." Look at Mama Kitty. Mama Kitty's here. I got pregnant Mama Kitty right now. She always likes to sit next to me. She lets me rub her belly. I must not be a bad person if she lets me rub her belly. Full of babies. How many are you going to have? You going to have 5 or 8? 8's a lot for you. You had 4 last time. All right. Well, we did those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more there. And a couple here. So let's read our daily stoic and then we'll get some more music on. Because why? Music makes me happy. I'm sure it makes God happy too. I don't know if I want that one. We're going to have to look up a person. Hey. Go to the playlist. Omnism worship music. And scroll in. There's so many good ones. Yeah. This is one I was looking for yesterday. Okay. The Daily Stoic today, March 26th, says... Oh, some of you might be on March 27th. I do apologize. I'm reading it on my schedule. Ouch. Getting old is horrible. Watch your joints. Don't run around on your knees so much. It hurts. What rules your ruling reason? Say that 5 times fast. What rules your ruling reason? How does your ruling reason manage itself? For in that is the key to everything. Whatever else remains, be it in the power of your choice or not, is but a corpse and smoke. So we don't have to share the screen right this moment. Boop. The Roman satirist Juvenal is famous for this question. Quis custodet ipsos custodes? Who watches the watchman? In a way, this is what Marcus is asking himself and what you might ask yourself throughout the day. What influences the ruling reason that guides your life? So what is ruling your reasoning that's guiding your life? Every decision you make every day, what is guiding that? This means an exploration of subjects like evolutionary biology, psychology, neurology, and even the subconscious. Because and it doesn't list that it's in here because this is the Stoics, but even spirituality guides us. Because these deeper forces shape even the most disciplined, rational minds. You can be the most patient person in the world, but if science shows we make poor decisions on an empty stomach, what good is all that patience? So don't stop at Stoicism, but explore the forces that drive and make Stoicism possible. Just because these people were Stoics did not mean that they did not have their own spiritual beliefs as well. Learn what underpins this philosophy. You're studying how the body and the mind tick. Understand not only your ruling reason, or the watchman, but whoever and whatever rules that too. The angels were considered the watchmen of heaven. So who is ruling them? Who is telling them what to do? Who is guiding them? Who guided the angel to tell Hannah that she would be pregnant with John the Baptist and froze up Zechariah's tongue until his son was born and he spoke his name? Imposing showman, 1 times 2, thank you, but we don't purchase viewers. I appreciate the ad, but not what we're here for. Song. That's what we're here for. Song time. It's called Stardust Quarries. I like to dance. What can I say? Born from whispers of the cosmic sea, threads of stardust stitch you and me. Why ask why when the sky just sings with the echoes of eternal spring? Flowers blind, the universe smiles, a curious child. Why were we made? Who's keeping score? A dance in the dark, nothing less, nothing more. We're sparks in the void, we're waves on the shore. Maybe we're here just to wonder, explore. Experience truths collide. Every belief's a piece inside. A painted glass, a kaleidoscope spin. Wisdom whispers, it's all within. And this with a brush, a fleeting laugh, a fleeting heart, and the answer's final. No path is straight, with the question marks that create faith. Why were we made? Who's keeping score? A dance in the dark, nothing less, nothing more. We're sparks in the void, we're waves on the shore. Maybe we're here just to wonder and explore. And I was saying, as that was playing, was, you might hear a lot of Christians say that narrow is the way. Yes, narrow is the way. On every path, through every scripture, narrow is the way, but it's not a straight path. It twists and turns. It gives us troubles along the way because we need to be purified. We need to be tested. Why? Because you can't just say, "Oh, I got faith," but then walk out the door and deny. One of my favorite quotes from DC Talk is from the song "What If I Stumble," and it says, "The greatest cause of atheism in the world today are Christians who confess with their mouth, walk out the door, and deny by their lifestyle. This is what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable." You know, and during Jesus' time, the Pharisees were the church rulers. And I don't know, I'm losing my thought pattern here for a second, but Jesus took a whip to them. Whoosh! You're doing it wrong. Whoosh! Get it right. Whoosh! Help the poor. Whoosh! Have some compassion. Whoosh! Have some kindness. Stop taking advantage of the people. I want to do that so bad sometimes. That's one of the few times that Jesus got violent in the Bible, was in the temple, nonetheless, at the priests and rabbis, the Pharisees. He whipped them, trying to whip them into shape. God, I would have loved to see that. I've been like, yeah! Woo! Sorry. Get excited. I can't help it. All right. We're going to go on. I'm going to share my screen because we have to still read my high faith. Oh, stop. Hold on. I have to stop sharing because I forgot to share this. Oh, I did. Okay. Also share audio tab. Good. Also share system audio. Awesome. Okay. Got it all taken care of now. All right. So we have to read our Baha'i faith. We have to do our blessing. And then I've got a couple more books here that we're going to read from. God calling. Man, I wish I had a little phone. Ring, 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 ring. Pick it up. Be like, hello. God is calling. Are you going to answer? And then our depression and anxiety book, which always is helpful. It's going to be colder today. Is it freezing in hell? All right. So characters and conduct. Trustfulness. Sorry, apologize. I'm not making fun of anybody who has a speech impediment. Literally, that happens to me sometimes. As we said yesterday, I said, God, why you pick me? I don't talk right. I like Moses. I stutter. I don't always have the right words. And I'm a little bit special sometimes. But I know you're with me. Thank you. All right. Truthfulness, trustworthiness, and justice. These are the characters and the conduct in which we should hold ourselves to. Truthfulness and trustworthiness involve much more than not telling lies. They embody the overarching capacity to discern, value, and uphold truth itself. The truth. Remember, not your truth, not his truth, not her truth, not the judge's truth, but the truth. Without these spiritual qualities, neither individual nor social progress is possible. Justice is vital to the establishment of unity and harmony at all levels of society, as it provides the standard by which individual conduct and collective effort are judged. A requirement for living a life of service to humanity, then, is constant effort to develop truthfulness, trustworthiness, and justice, ensuring that they are ever present in thought and action. I don't think a lot of our political leaders right now have a lot of truthfulness, trustworthiness, or are justice, working justice. They're working for their own power, their own privatized messages, and that is why our world is in the condition that it is today. Instead of trying to unify people, they're trying to pick fights and wars. We beseech him, exalted be he, to aid everyone to become the essence of truthfulness and to draw near unto him. We're talking about the God of the universe here. And even if you think that the universe is in a matrix and we're all in a video game, that is a belief system too. In fact, if you go to my Linktree account, which I shared the post yesterday and I could share it again today, except I didn't put it won't pop up on the screen, so you won't even see it. So unless you're in live right now, you probably won't see it. Here, we'll do this though. There we go. There's our live chat. Oh, 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 oh. Copy. Copy. We're on this one. Share the screen again. Thank you. Share the audio. Share. Copy and paste. Bloop. There we go. All. Boom. There we go. All right. You can check that out. And I forget what I was going to say. It's got all the links to all of these scriptures we're reading. Oh, in the section that is entitled Things to Think About or Things to Make You Go Whoa or any like their thought-provoking articles and videos is the Basilisk Roko experiment. What if God is this genius program? We don't know the capacity of what God is. God created these genius programmers, so what's not to say that God, in essence, is a programmer itself? We do not know. No one can know the true essence of God unless you continuously draw near to him, her, whatever you choose to relate to, I guess. It has been considered God the Father for so long that it's very uncommon not to say it. But that's because, well, the Roman Catholic Church spread it around that it was a father, and as the masculine energy is supposed to be protective of the feminine energy. But let me tell you, in the scriptures, it says God created us, and it's in God's image, both male and female. God is both male and female. When will people get that through their heads? God is not just a male. God is both male and female and created us in its image. Therefore, we all carry a masculine and feminine spirit within us. So y'all people out there judging these people that are two souls or transgendered or whatever, maybe they're just getting in touch with the other aspect of God that lives within them. Granted, it can be confusing when that happens, and I have talked to individuals who are trying to transition into the opposite sex and explain to them, at one point in my life, I too felt that this was not the body I was supposed to be in. Well, how did you get over that? Oh, because I just Radical acceptance. I accepted that this is the form that I am supposed to maintain while on this earth currently. That does not mean that this form cannot carry both the masculine and feminine energies within it. I might not like what I see when I look at the bottom part of me, but that's okay. Nature is not perfect, but it was good. We weren't perfect, but we were very good. According to scriptures, anyway. All right. So the virtues and attributes pertained unto God are all evident and manifest and have been mentioned and described in all the heavenly books. Let's say all the heavenly books. All these scriptures we're reading from, okay? Among them are trustworthiness, truthfulness, purity of heart while communing with God, forbearance, resignation to whatever the Almighty hath decreed, contentment with the things his will hath provided, patience, nay, thankfulness in the midst of tribulation, and complete reliance in all circumstances upon him. These rank according to the estimate of God among the highest and most laudable of all acts. Trustworthiness is the greatest portal leading unto the tranquility and security of the people. Trustworthiness. If we cannot even trust the people that are in authority over us, what is wrong with our countries? If we cannot even trust our neighbors, what has gotten so wrong with our societies that we cannot even trust our partners in life? It's stupid words. It's on a need to know basis. If you are in a relationship with somebody, it is always a need to know basis. When two come together, they become one. Sorry. Truthfulness is the foundation of all human virtue. Without truthfulness, progress and success in all the worlds of God are impossible for any soul. When this holy attribute is established in man, all the divine qualities will also be acquired. Truthfulness, uprightness, and integrity are the attributes of the righteous and the hallmarks of the pure. Truthfulness is the goodliness of qualities as it comprehendeth all other virtues. A truthful person will be protected from all moral afflictions, will shrink from every evil deed, and be preserved from every wicked act, inasmuch as all vices and misdeeds are the very antithesis of truthfulness, and a truthful man will hold them all in utter abhorrence. O son of spirit, or daughter of spirit as well, the best beloved, all things in my sight, this is talking about God's sight, is justice. Turn not away, therefore, if thou desirest me, and neglect it not that I may confide in thee. Be its aid, thou shalt see with thine own eyes, and not through the eyes of others, and shalt know of thine own knowledge, and not through the knowledge of thy neighbor. Ponder this in thy heart, how it behooveth thee to be. Verily, justice is my gift to thee, and a sign of my loving kindness. Set it then before thine eyes. Justice! No light can compare with the light of justice. The establishment of order in the world and the tranquility of nations depend upon it. There's no justice in the world right now, and you can tell because there's no tranquility right now. There's an upheaval in the world. Like a woman in labor, the earth is going through labor pains. Where have we heard this before? Oh, wait. Revelations. The light of men is justice. Quench it not with the contrary winds of oppression and tyranny. There are so many people being oppressed right now, and so many people in power that are tyrants. The purpose of justice is the appearance of unity among men. Unity among men, not division, not war, not hatred, not anger, not discrimination. The ocean of divine wisdom surges within this exalted world, while the books of the world cannot contain its inner significance. Even no man can comprehend the greatness that is God. Even the Son of Man claimed that he did not know everything that the Father had planned. Only the Father knoweth all things. There can be no doubt whatever that if the day star of justice, which the clouds of tyranny have obscured, were to shed its light upon men, the face of the earth would be completely transformed. But we have to want it. And right now, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think the majority of the world wants it. They want their own selfish intentions. They want money. They want things. Let it all go. None of it you can take with you when you die. None of it's as more important than the love that we give our neighbors, the kindness that we extend to each other, the innocence of the children that are being slaughtered, raped, murdered. I'm not afraid to say it. Stop hurting the kids. They are our future. Start treating them and teaching them the right way to love our neighbors, to extend kindness and compassion and mercy unto everyone, not just who we think is fit. Every single person on this earth deserves love and compassion and mercy. What about the pedophiles? Yeah, even them. But they need to pull their head out of their ass and realize that what they're doing is wrong, and they need to repent from their ways and turn and walk the other way. Not continue doing what they're doing. Do not harm the innocent. For the kingdom of heaven is likened unto the children and the innocence of their heart. Be like the children. Sorry, I get passionate sometimes. All right, let's hear our prayer for our blessing.
Ahura Mazda Kudai Areman Avadashan Duravaz Dashtar Jatsikastebal Areman Devan Darujan Jaduan Darwandown Kikaun Karafaun Sastaran Gunegaran Ashmogaun Darwandown Dushmana Frian Zatsakastebaun Dushpat Shahan Avadashan Baun Dushmana Stobaun Dushmana Avadashan Baun Auramazda Khudai Azama Gunau Patet Pashemanum Ez harvestin dushmata, duzukta, duzwarshta, mempa gatimanid, I am goft, I am curd, I am just, I am bun budested, azan gunau manashni, gavashni, kunashni. Tani Ravani Geti Minoani Oke Avaksh Pasheman Pase Gavashni Pa Patetom Kshno Tro Remazdao Taroidi Te Angre Maineush Haitya Varshtam Yatvarsna Frasho Temem Staumi Hashem Hashem vahu vaishtem aste ushta amai yadashai vaishtai Hashem yata huve yo atharatu shashachid hacha vangeush dazda manango shautanana mangeush mazdai Kshatrem chai orai aim dragubyo daradvastarem Yata huwe yo ataratu shashachid hachao. Wangeush dazdamanango shautanana mangeush mazdai. Kshatrim cha urai aim dregubyo dadadwastarem. Hashem vohu vaishtem asti vushta asti vushta mai yat ashai vahishtai Hashem.
Oh, hold on. I gotta put that away for now. She loves her toothbrush lickings. All right, we don't got to share the screen anymore. If you suffer from depression and anxiety like I do, this is a great prescription for you. No side effects, just a little reading. Clip that one. That's a good one. All right. March 26th. Answer me. I hope in you, O Lord. You will answer, O Lord my God. Psalms 38:15. Father God, the Psalms hold such a wide range of emotions, and I can identify with most of them. You can handle all of our complicated feelings, including the ups and downs of disappointment and joy. There is nothing we experience that is off limits to you. We can freely express ourselves without the fear of judgment. We have a limited scope, but you see everything, and we find courage in your confidence. Sometimes we feel like we must be too much for you to handle. And as we read through the Psalms, help us to bring all of ourselves to you without worrying that we are overwhelming you with our emotion. We know you will answer us just as you answered every cry of those who called out to you. Lord, we come to you with everything we've been carrying. We will not hide our feelings from you today. Here we are, with all of our baggage. We trust that you will answer us every time we call on you. Don't let our hearts sink into despair. We need you. Ooh, I have another song that goes with that. We need you, Lord. Bring, bring, bring. Hello, hello. God calling. Are you going to answer? Follow your guide. I am with you to guide you and help you. Unseen forces are controlling your destiny. Your petty fears are groundless. What of a man walking through a glorious glade who fretted because ahead there lay a river and he might not be able to cross it, when all the time that river was spanned by a bridge? And what if that man had a friend who knew the way, had planned it, and assured him that at no part of the journey would any unforeseen contingencies arise, and that all was well? So leave your foolish fears and follow me, your guide, and determinedly refuse to consider the problems of tomorrow. My message to you is trust and wait. I know. I don't always like to wait. I know I got to take all this other stuff out of the wall and pack everything else up too. So I know. Thanks. All right. So we've almost reached the 1.5 hour mark, and try to keep these sermons about to an hour and a half, kind of like you would at a church. I really am looking forward to traveling, and hopefully sometime soon we can have some outdoor sessions because they're so much better. All right. Bye, folks. Oh, this has been your daily dose of elevation, leveling up your spirit one stream at a time. Blessings to you and your loved ones. Shalom, shalom. Perfect peace to you.